Okay, hi friends, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been after ages that I am back. I've started working again. From the past 1 year, I have been working from home. My daughter has now grown. She talks, she walks, she jumps, but she doesn't sit quiet and she doesn't sleep properly. If I have to, or if I tell her or I wake her up in the night and ask her to play with me, she will be as active as she is just woken up after a very long sleep. Okay, things aside, you must have got to know from the subject what I'm going to talk about. So I know most of us might be dealing with this issue. Most of us might have this problem. I can ensure you that 80% of we parents must have come across the situation at least once in our parenthood ka lifetime. So yeah, it is about how to deal with the tantrums, the temper tantrums that your children throw. Okay, before that I was just thinking, when I was posting these videos earlier, there were many people who were saying that I should make videos in Marathi. So yeah, I was thinking to do the same. I don't know most of the words in Marathi, so yeah, I'll still try. Okay, so we will first see why the child throws temper tantrums. Okay, so when a child is born, you know that child is the apple of everybody's eye. You pamper the child, and it is good to do all these things. You try your best to give whatever is the best in the world to offer to your child. You try to give what you have not got in your childhood to your child. Nobody keeps the child down. The child is every time in somebody's lap, and yeah, all these things. So it is very common or very logical that the child is used to getting attention. Now, if you know, in the pre-COVID time or before COVID, or you can see the difference of the children who are born in the COVID times and the children born before the COVID time. Because my child was just born 3 months before the COVID time, I know she has grown a lot. She has developed a bit more, and she throws a bit more temper tantrums than the children who were born before the COVID times. I think the reason might be because they are in the house and they were not able to go outside. We as parents have tried giving them all the things possible so that they don't cry, so that they are not in discomfort. Okay, that is still fine. And okay, so this is what it is. The child is used to attention. The child likes getting your attention. I mean, that is not wrong. We as human beings, even when we cross any age, we like getting attention. That is very normal as human being. We get angry or we feel left out if nobody is giving attention to us. Same goes with our child. Okay, now your child, when he or she is at the age of say 9 months, 10 months, most of the children of this generation are very smart. They come to know who is what, who gives you what, everything. So the first thing that we have covered is why these temper tantrums. Okay, so when does a child throw temper tantrums? So when the child starts understanding. See, there are some things that now you know you shouldn't give to your child or shouldn't offer to your child. There are some things that you want to keep a limit and want to teach your child that he or she won't get everything that they want. So to do that, you start keeping things to yourself. Like if the child asks for say a sweet, a chocolate, you don't offer that to a child. If the child wants to be taken, lifted up, or wants to go outside, sometimes it is not possible for you to take the child outside, and that time, those are the times when a child does not get what he or she wants. They throw temper tantrum. That is totally fine, because they are not, that is the only way they can show what they are feeling at that time. Okay, so that is also fine. When, why, we have covered. Now what can be done so that the child is controlled, or what can you do? I know it won't sound that easy. I have tried it. It wasn't easy. Okay, so I'll give you an example first. When I started working, after some days, when my daughter was around 1.5 years old, she had started understanding who gives her what, who is the person she can approach to, who would give her everything. And because my husband was traveling outside of the country, I came to stay with my mother, where there's a joint family. There are many people. So if I did not offer her something, she used to go to the person, some other person, and if she started crying, because as grandparents, or she has a great grandmother also, so those people try and to stop making that child cry, they offer the thing to them. And I then started seeing that when I used to start working, she used to come to me for feeding, and I wanted to stop that thing, and she used to start crying a lot. To just distract her from me, or take her away from me, my other cousins used to take her to a shop, get her some chocolate, or anything, any sweet that was available there, and she was used to this. I think this was a message that her brain gave her, that if she cries, she can get a sweet. And she started doing that. For every small thing, she used to start crying. My cousins, they used to take her because they couldn't see her crying, and that was a routine that was going on. I remember one day she started crying for no reason. I got scared, and I myself then took her to the shop. Okay, that was still okay. And as a mother, I know it is very normal for me to panic, and this was what I was telling myself, but I knew that I was just encouraging her to do these temper tantrums every day. So then I saw some videos. I spoke to the pediatrician. Everything was done, and this is the solution that they gave me, that I did with her the next day. Okay, so she was crying for no reason, and I just left her there. She was in my arms. I just kept her on the bed. I left from there, and I started doing some other work. My sister was in the other room, and I told her not to pay attention to her when she's crying. So she went to my sister. My sister got up from her place and just left. So now, after crying for around 15-20 minutes, her eyes were swollen, her nose was watering, her eyes were watering. In all this situation, sorry, I got a call. Okay, so when she was throwing this temper tantrums in all the situation, then she got to know that nobody is paying attention to her, and she totally stopped crying. I was mopping the floor. She just asked me if she can have the mop to mop the floor. I said okay. I gave it to her, and then she started playing with it. Again a call. Okay, so this is what happened. I tried to do the same thing every time. It was difficult, and sometimes I try and do it, sometimes somebody else picks her up. I cannot every time force everybody or tell everybody to not pick her up, but this is the same thing that you have to do as a mother or as a parent. When your child is crying, when he or she is throwing temper tantrum, just keep them wherever they are. Don't pay attention to them, because that is the only thing that they need at that time. They are just crying for you to get your attention. Don't give them that thing. It may take time for them. They may keep on crying, but after some time they may stop. See, the first time it may take a very long time for them to stop. The second day may be much better, and the third day may be much better than the second day. It may take time for them, but then you have to give them that time. You have to be patient. That is the only thing that can be done. So please don't panic. I know it's very normal to be panicky at such situations when you don't know why your child is crying. Yeah, but still, this is what can be done. Yeah, there are times when the child might be really in some pain or something else must be happening. So please check at that time. You know, right? You are a mother. You understand the child much better. So yeah, I am not saying that if the child is simply crying, if something is happening to the child, just leave. No, 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 no. It is when the child is throwing temper tantrums. I think you can distinguish. If he or she is asking something, you don't offer it to them. That's it. Okay, for now, thank you. Please like, share, subscribe. Please let me know if there is any other subject you would want to know about. I have some subjects in my mind. I don't know when I will get time. I am actually working. This is my pen, and the laptop is in front of me, but I just got some time in between, so I just thought that why not now. Okay, so thanks for all your love. Again, please like, share, subscribe, and bye bye.